All right, guys, we got Yara on the chair. This one's gonna be a beautiful haircut because I'm gonna spend a lot of time on executing it perfectly. Now, with Yara's hair, when he sat down in this chair, I realized one thing is the fact that the top's quite short. Okay, so what we're noticing here, it's sitting quite flat, and the sides here have been overgrown for at least a couple months. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually reverse the shape. Okay, so right now we have a flat shape and a triangular shape at the bottom. What we wanna do is we wanna establish a triangular shape this way, right? So how are we gonna do this? Through graduation. We might not cut the top because we might need to leave it to allow some of the length to be brushed back. But again, I'm not gonna make that decision till the very end. The first thing I wanna focus on is really just reducing that weight. If we look at the sides and the back, look how heavy this is, okay? This does not need to be there. So let's reduce some of the weight. Let's bring the nape a little higher and let's prepare this for a beautiful taper through the sides. Let's get to it. Whoa, hold up, pause right there. I know you're into this tutorial and you've probably been taking notes, studying the sectioning, watching the fade placement, but let me ask you something. If you've already watched these tutorials and you've been watching my content and trying to level up, why not just go all in? I've built something for barbers just like you. It's called the Essentials Program. It's a private community packed with weekly coaching calls, advanced tutorials, support from elite barbers, and constant accountability. And get this, it's $80 a month. That's one haircut, 2 at most. You probably spent more last week on Uber Eats anyways. This is for barbers who are done with staying stuck, who want to improve their fades, their sectioning, their scissor work, their styling, and even how to post content to book clients. And I'm gonna keep it real. If it doesn't blow your mind, you tell me. I'll send you that $80 back. No catch. But if you're serious about becoming the go-to name in your city, then you belong in there. Click the link in the description, join the Essentials Program, and I'll see you on the inside. Now, let's get back to the cut. Okay, step 1, from the corner leading all the way towards the bottom, bring everything down with tension. Then we're going to come from the front and we're going to separate the top as well. Okay, now we take this into a V, same process, bring everything down, and we're going to stand from the back and make sure that this is fully connected. Okay, I'm going to take it slightly more in. There we go. And now we're going to start with the sides. Section 1, diagonal section. Let's focus on the over direction and elevation. Okay, we're going to make sure we are nice and tight with our fingers. Okay, we're going to lift the bottom up. Okay, that's section 1. Section 2 now, same process. Okay, section 2 will come into 1. See the guide. Okay, I'm going to come now from the bottom, making sure we are nice and tight. And now we're going to go all the way to the mastoid. Okay, coming from the top, beautiful. Look at that. Bring everything down. Okay, now we separate our section, the first one, and we bring 3 into 2. Okay, see the guide, over direct on that round surface. And then as we get towards the flat surface, look at this, finger positioning changes. Come from the top and then work our way in the same exact manner. All right, guys, so what's happening now is we're pivoting, right? So at this point, it's your knuckles that are gonna be pointed out. But look again, this is gonna be a lot easier for you guys to notice what I do with the nape. Super important. As we get closer to the nape, we're going somewhat of a layer, but we're still extending, okay? So we're going into somewhat of a layer, but we're still, look at this. The fingertips are still, look at this, extending, okay? What does that allow us to do? Watch. It allows us to still keep the corner, okay? That's what we want. So we'll take another section and we're just gonna follow that process. The cool thing is what I would suggest, right? If a lot of you guys struggle with the left side, I would tend to wanna go with the left side first, because typically what I notice is just an imbalance. You know, whatever is harder is the area you wanna tackle first, because then you'll fly by on the other side. So for me, I mean, I'm used to it at this point, so I don't necessarily have to do it, but I used to always do that, and it would make such a big difference in my efficiency when I was cutting. All right, guys, like I mentioned before, there might not necessarily need to be any length taken off from the top. There might just be a bit of a cleanup. Let's just see before we make that decision, because I also don't want to just go off of someone else's work. So let's pinch and let's see how the crown is sitting, okay? So these are the lengths that was cut from the crown to the graduation. And based off of what I'm seeing, I think what we want to really do is reduce a bit of that weight using the longest, shortest length. And we just want to clean some of that up. Okay, and bring that down. You see, just refine a little bit of these lengths. Split that in half. We're gonna follow that process all the way throughout. Okay, at this point, matte paste goes in the hair wet. The reason why, because we're gonna set this up for the blow dry. It's gonna allow the product to set into the roots, which is gonna allow us to just be able to create that shape through our drying. Okay, so as you guys notice, as we're doing this, even if you wanted to wear it this way and keep it wet, it still would look really, really nice. But I wanna dry this out, and the reason why is because we're gonna set this up for the taper, okay? Okay, first step, number 3. 3 goes right into a graduated white line. Then number 2. Number 2 sits right underneath our 3. Okay, now we're just gonna clean up the outline. Again, keeping it very natural, making sure that C-cup is nicely rounded. Open. All right, guys, so this is my final look, and to be honest, this could probably be one of my favorite haircuts of the year. Beautifully graduated haircut, salon friendly, extremely suitable. Kept the length in the front. He could still play it with, like, he could still wear it as a curtain bang. And you have that beautiful line in the nape that accentuates the jaw, that beautiful contrast with that taper. Like, this is really well executed. This is my bread and butter. When I used to be in the salon, this is the haircut I used to love to do if I had enough time to do it, because the taper does take a little bit of time. But guys, overall, it's gonna grow out really well. It looks really good, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.